is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring, from the land of the rising sun, the hardcore icon. Approaching the ring, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 231 pounds, Chris Jericho. Weighing 220 pounds, Yoshi Tatsu. Their opponent, representing Team Hardcore from Seattle, Washington, the Phantom Dragon.
These four men face off for a chance to go to Destination X. All four men in the Cruiserweight division here in ECW. We have Phantom, Tajiri, Yoshi Tatsu, and Chris Jericho. As it's an Extreme Rules elimination match. That means that we will have 3 falls in this matchup. The only person left after those 3 falls will go on to Destination X to meet the likes of CM Punk, Zack Ryder, and Jeff Hardy from the other respective qualifiers. So far, see a huge head drag takedown by Phantom to Yoshi Tatsu. This is a huge chance for Phantom. He has not had a huge amount of success so far. Yoshi Tatsu has not had so many matches. We have had a few matches involving both Chris Jericho and Team Hardcore, the team that Phantom represents, as we see Phantom now picking up those steel steps and stalking Yoshi Tatsu. Yoshi Tatsu walking away. Yoshi Tatsu, a member of the newer ECW generation, as well as Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is also on the WCW roster, as you see huge head drag takedown. sending Tajiri down on the mat. And Chris Jericho also now looking for a weapon down on the outside, going for a ladder now, as we see Yoshi Tatsu and Phantom, the two rookies compared to the two much more seasoned veterans in this matchup. As you see Phantom now grabbing a guitar from ringside, headlocked by Chris Jericho into arm drag takedown, armbar onto the bottom of the mat. Chris Jericho has 1,001 moves, a lot of them being armbars. As you see Chris Jericho getting sent against that barricade, huge headbutt, and you see a kabong by Phantom as he attacks Yoshi Tatsu and gets himself in the middle of the ring. As he goes over the top rope once again over to our announce table, he's going to whip off the top of our announce table. So Yoshi Tatsu was sent into that steel steps and was poured water on, and Yoshi Tatsu is trying to clean him up with that mop, although I don't think Tajiri is entirely appreciative. As you see Phantom now grabbing a sledgehammer. He saw his teammate Golddust pinned just a few minutes ago. As you see a fight over the steel steps between Jericho and Tajiri. Tatsu getting attacked by Phantom with that sledgehammer into the gut. A huge shot by that steel steps into the gut of Chris Jericho. Will Phantom go for a pin onto Yoshi Tatsu here? He's sending him across the arena into that steel barricade, as is Jericho, as he actually trips up Tajiri over those steel steps. As he ties up now with Yoshi Tatsu is Phantom. Phantom getting Yoshi Tatsu sent in those huge steel pole, and he's got busted open, the blood in his hair. As you see Jericho actually tackling Tajiri through that barricade on the outside. Yoshi Tatsu has been busted open on the steel pole. Tajiri has been destroyed over through the barricade. As you see Phantom now walking in the middle of the ring trying to stalk Tatsu. Jericho standing in the middle of the ring taunting. Tatsu looking over Tajiri, undoubtedly a man he looks up to, as you see a huge slam by Mr. Phantom as he does that huge leg drop, spinning leg drop onto Yoshi Tatsu. Yoshi Tatsu able to counter, as now Tajiri is busted open and sent into the middle of the ring by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho now looking around for a weapon perhaps. As he looks under the ring is Phantom getting a trash can from underneath the ring. Is he going to attack Tatsu? He's able to attack him before Tatsu is able to use that crutch against Phantom. As you see Jericho grabbing a title belt from the crowd. A lot of weapons being streamed about the ring now. And we have not yet had a single fall yet. As you see a huge leg drop. And then now Tajiri only getting a 1 count applied by Chris Jericho. Huge elbow to the busted open face of Yoshi Tatsu. He does have red streak in his hair, but some of that is blood on his face now. As you see Tajiri picking up those steel steps and positioning them differently. As you see an attack by Chris Jericho to Tajiri. Tajiri with an armbar onto Chris Jericho. Huge punch to the face. Another punch to the face. Another one sending him down to the mat. Now Chris Jericho has showed a huge amount of respect for the rookie Phantom. As you see Tajiri now cheering. Getting cheers from the crowd as he plays it up for the crowd, but gets attacked from behind by Jericho. Jericho now running into the code breaker. Code breaker onto Tajiri by Chris Jericho. Will it be the first fall? 1, 2, 3. That is completely legal. He put his legs on the ropes, and that is legal because this is an Extreme Rules match. It is a very cheap way to get a victory here, especially against a seasoned veteran like Tajiri. But Chris Jericho undoubtedly wants to be part of this cruiserweight matchup. 1, 2, 3. Jericho 2 down in very quick succession. Now to attack Phantom, but we get a huge shot by Phantom, sending the face of Jericho into the mat, busting him open. I'm not sure if Phantom's busted open as we see a huge DDT, as you see Tatsu and Tajiri getting sent back into the back of the arena. Jericho getting his face sent into that bloody mess of the mat repeatedly over and over by Phantom. Phantom targeting the head of Mr. Jericho, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, as he picks up Jericho once again. But now actually gets pushed away. The momentum from Phantom actually getting stopped now as he gets an enziguri to the back of the head by Jericho. As he calls for a big move, he might go for another code breaker here. Yes, another code breaker busting open the head of Phantom. He might get a pin now onto Phantom. Yes, 1. No, Phantom able to kick out after the code breaker here. And now he's going to whip Jericho around the ring, whipping him to the outside. Huge kick as he goes to the outside. Will he try and put Jericho through the announce table perhaps? Will he get a spinning leg drop? I'm not sure if he got all of that onto Chris Jericho as he whips Jericho into our announce table. He's going to put Jericho up onto the top of our announce table. He's picking up Jericho here. What is he going to do here? He's got the DDT set up. He's going to DDT into the table. He's just slammed him straight into a table and destroyed the table in the process now. He's sending Chris Jericho into that steel pole, targeting the head of Jericho even more. He has been busted open. Phantom has been busted open as well, as you see Phantom sending him into the middle of the ring. Will he be able to get the pin here? Will Phantom be able to finally get a victory here against the man that defeated him a few weeks ago? Jericho with a swinging neckbreaker onto Phantom here. Phantom in the middle of the ring. Ooh. Phantom actually kicking out before 1 count even happens. I was a bit too quick on that one. As you see Phantom getting an armbar applied to him by Jericho. Jericho with head drag takedown. Do a few elbows in the back of the neck of Phantom. That has got to make your nerves jingle as we see a huge splash from Jericho. Not even a 1 count as Phantom kicks out once again as he goes for the walls of Jericho. There would be nowhere for Mr. Phantom to reach to. He can't get a rope break in an Extreme Rules matchup. He has to bust open out of the walls of Jericho here as he's able to use his leg strength to get out of the walls of Jericho here and go for a pin. 1. Only a 1 count. A short counter like that won't get a huge move out of Jericho. Jericho will still have a lot of wind left in him, but this might be a big enough move to get Jericho to go through that 3 count. As he's got Jericho up in a huge sides body drop. It's like a sidewalk slam off the top rope. 2, 3. Phantom actually wins this matchup.